The first of these starters orders hurdle qualifier. Next, these run for most of the season with a varying distance between 2 miles and 2.5 miles. The finals are 2.5 miles at the back end of the season. They vary in rating as well. It's 0 to 120 this week. Simbeer at the top for Martin Leon, Loophole Rising, David Robertson, Chieftain Maker, Derek Hinton, Pelican Avenue, Graham Clutterbuck, Brigadier Grace, David Robertson, Wild Dales, Craig Beckwith, Cortland Slayer, Darren Thompson, Copper Comic, Craig Beckwith, Santos Escobar, and Little Lithgow for Matt Cooper, Friday Fireworks, Nick Driver, Katie Aglone for Padraig Hogan, On This Day, Nick Driver, Esme Note, Alex Cherry, Kylie Darte for Padraig Hogan, Persistent Kicks, Alex Cherry, and Stu Gray's got the bottom two, Simon Side, Dylan, and Razaman Conti. So big field for this then, and away they go. Really trying to get their horse qualified early. Although these are good races to pick up wins throughout the season. I know Stu's got an idea that once you've qualified you shouldn't be allowed to run again. That would probably mean some small fields. And one of the problems we do get with these sometimes is that there are too many other races for them to get in on that finals day, and the field for this doesn't end up being big enough. But anyway, enough of such nonsense at this early part of the season. They get to the first of the 8 flights, and Esme Note for Alex Cherry is clear in the lead, with Loophole Rising and Cortland Slayer sharing second. Copper Comic and Simbeer on the inside as they come up past the stand. That's the winning post and out for a complete circuit of the track, with Esme Note in front, leading by 4 to Cortland Slayer and Loophole Rising matching stride sharing second. Then comes Copper Comic, Simbeer on the inside. Just tucked in behind them is Brigadier Grace, the second of David Robertson's two that are pretty close up, and the rest of the field are fairly tightly grouped, with Kylie Darte just about ahead of them as they get over the third of the 8 flights, and Santos Escobar was a little untidy at the back. Razaman Conti also towards the back as well, but Esme Note is still a good 4 to 5 clear as they take the 4th. This is with a midway point in the jumping done, and still got 10 furlongs to race though, and Esme Note is the leader still. From Loophole Rising in second, Cortland Slayer third, Brigadier Grace moved up on the outside into 4th, then Copper Comic on that one's inside. On the inside of that one, still sitting on the rail scraping paint, is Simbeer. Chieftain Maker has come through to join that group as well, and a gap of a length or so to Wild Dales and Pelican Avenue, with Little Lithgow on the outside of them. Tucked in behind them is Kylie Darte, and then there's a gap of 2 to 3 lengths to Alex Cherry's second one, which is Persistent Kicks, Friday Fireworks. And On This Day, the 2 Nick Driver horses are next, with a Stu Gray on their inside, Persistent Kick, no, Simon Side Dylan, sorry. And then looking towards the back, Razaman Conti is a little bit detached from the rest of them. They've only got 3 more flights to get over now. This is the third last, and Esme Note is almost joined by Brigadier Grace on the outside. Then comes Cortland Slayer, with Loophole Rising next. Simbeer is after that one. Copper Comic is trying to make a bit of a move. Also around the outside, Little Lithgow is close up. Pelican Avenue and Wild Dales after that one. Trying to run off from the back is Friday Fireworks. Difficult to see anything from the back really getting into it though, with just 4 furlongs to go and only a couple of flights to get over. Esme Note and Brigadier Grace now being joined by Copper Comic on the outside, and Copper Comic is the first one to go for home immediately. They're being chased by Chieftain Baker. The one that's got nowhere to go is Simbeer, totally boxed in, now trying to barge his way through the inside, but lost a lot of ground there on that turn. It's Copper Comic in the lead, from Brigadier Grace in second, then Cortland Slayer, Loophole Rising. Simbeer is now motoring, but he's going to run into trouble again as they get to the second last. Over it they go, nearly fell there, Simbeer. Now the David Robertson pair go on. It's Brigadier Grace and Loophole Rising from Cortland Slayer and Copper Comic. Simbeer back in 5th is beaten. This is the final flight, and it's Loophole Rising in the lead. Lands in the lead, gets away from it well, chased by stable companion Brigadier Grace. Running on his loophole is Cortland Slayer, but Loophole Rising is going to take this one. It's going to be Loophole Rising who wins the first leg of the starters order 6 qualifier. Close for second, Copper Comic, Brigadier Grace, then Cortland Slayer, Little Lithgow, the unlucky Simbeer, and all the way back to Razaman Conti I'm not sure how many get through, 3 or 4. If it's 4, those 4 were well clear of the rest of them. Although, I do believe my horse was a little bit unlucky, getting boxed in a few times, but that's the fault of the jockey, not the horse. So, Loophole Rising takes it for David Robertson. Copper Comic was second for Craig Beckwith. Brigadoon Grace for David Robertson third. Cortland Slayer, Darren Thompson fourth. And a little lift go for Matt Cooper was back in fifth.